Your soulmate is coming. Prepare for the most intense, overwhelming love. Beloved soul, stop, pause for a moment, and feel this message as if it were whispered directly into your soul. Something extraordinary, hidden deep within the universe, is moving toward you right now. You may have felt it, the subtle stirrings in your heart, the quiet nudges guiding your steps, but what is about to unfold is beyond anything you have imagined. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. The cosmos itself is aligning in ways that only your soul can truly understand. There is a sacred timing at work, a rhythm of destiny that has been quietly preparing you for a love so powerful it will shake the very core of your being. Listen closely, because the universe is speaking directly to you, revealing a truth that has remained hidden, waiting for the perfect moment. Your heart, all its longing, all its patience, has been leading you to this exact point in your journey. And now, the veil is lifting. Yes, this is real. Your soulmate is coming. Prepare for the most intense, overwhelming love. Feel that truth in every fiber of your being. Can you sense it? The energy of their presence is already circling around your life, touching the edges of your reality, preparing to converge with your path. The universe has a plan so precise, so divine, that even your soul's deepest doubts cannot resist its pull. Imagine the connection, the magnetic force that draws you together. It is a reflection of your highest self meeting the mirror of another. Every lesson you have lived, every heartbreak and every joy, has been shaping you to receive this love fully. This is the sacred moment your spirit has been praying for, the hidden gift the universe has been silently crafting for you. And it's arriving exactly when you are ready, in perfect alignment with the divine flow of life. Do not let fear or hesitation shadow this truth. Embrace it. Open your heart. The doors of destiny are swinging wide, and something miraculous is ready to enter your life. Hope is rising, clarity is coming, and your soul is awakening to a love that is both transformational and eternal. This is not just romance. This is a divine purpose manifesting, a sacred union that will illuminate your life in ways you have only dreamed of. Hold this moment, feel it, and let the universe guide you toward it. Everything is aligning, everything is ready. Your story, your love, your destiny is unfolding now. If you feel the energy of this message, if your heart is stirring as it was meant to, like, share, and subscribe to the channel to fully witness this divine revelation. Watch the complete video to step fully into the love the universe has been patiently preparing for you. Dear one, before we dive in, I need to share something extraordinary that most people don't know. Groundbreaking research shows that many of us who didn't grow up wealthy have a shrunken hippocampus, a tiny part of the brain that blocks the activation of what some scientists call the billionaire brain wave. This means attracting the life, love, or wealth you've always dreamed of can feel almost impossible, until now. Thanks to a recently uncovered method backed by research, It's possible to stimulate this part of your brain in just 7 minutes each morning using a simple sound frequency. People who've tried it report subtle shifts in mindset, clarity, and even opportunities flowing into their lives more easily. Click the link in the description or pinned comment to explore this 7-second ritual. It could be the key to activating your billionaire brain wave and opening doors you never thought possible. Your soulmate is coming. Prepare yourself, for what approaches is not ordinary, not fleeting, not something the world can easily explain. It is written beyond time, beyond chance, beyond the illusions that have surrounded your heart for so long. I speak to you now not as a distant force, but as the quiet voice that has always lived within you, the voice you have felt in your stillest moments, the one that whispers when the world grows silent. You have asked, even if not with words. You have wondered, even if you tried to ignore it. Why has love felt delayed? Why have connections come and gone like passing shadows? Why has your heart been stretched, tested, reshaped again and again? Nothing has been wasted. Every ending you endured, every confusion, every unanswered question, it was not punishment. It was preparation. You were being refined, not denied. The love that is coming to you is not meant to arrive in a space filled with doubt, fear, or unfinished lessons. It is meant to meet you where you are becoming whole. Understand this. What is meant for you does not come in fragments. It does not come to confuse you, to weaken you, or to leave you questioning your worth. What is meant for you arrives with a presence that shifts your entire being. It does not force itself into your life, it aligns with it. And so I have been guiding you. Even when you believed you were lost, you were being redirected. Even when you thought you had chosen wrong, you were being shown what does not belong to you. Even when you felt alone, I was clearing the path ahead. The one who is coming carries a frequency your soul will recognize before your mind understands it. There will be a familiarity that cannot be explained by logic. Not because you have known them in this lifetime, but because your spirits have already learned the language of each other. But listen carefully, this love will not arrive to complete you. It will arrive because you are learning to stand complete within yourself. If you wait for someone to fill the emptiness within you, you will not recognize what is real when it appears. But if you allow yourself to grow, to heal, to become steady in your own energy, then when this person enters your life, you will not cling, you will connect. This is the difference. The love that is coming is not meant to trap you in fear of losing it. It is meant to expand you. It will challenge you, yes, but not in the way that breaks you. It will challenge you to be honest, to be open, to be present. There will be moments where you feel overwhelmed, not because it is unstable, but because it is deep. Deeper than what you have allowed yourself to feel before. You have been taught to guard your heart, to protect it, to keep parts of yourself hidden. But this connection will gently, patiently ask you to step out from behind those walls. And that may feel intense. You may question it at first. You may wonder, is this real? Can something this strong truly be safe? This is where your growth matters. This is where your trust, in yourself, in your journey, in me, becomes important. Because not all intensity is chaos. You have experienced intensity that came with confusion, inconsistency, and emotional storms. That was not the love meant for you. That was contrast. That was teaching. What is coming will still be powerful, but it will carry clarity. Even in its depth, there will be a sense of peace. Even in its strength, there will be respect. Even in its passion, there will be balance. Do not mistake calmness for lack of feeling, and do not mistake drama for love. You are being prepared to recognize the difference. Right now, there are shifts happening that you cannot yet see. Conversations being aligned. Paths crossing that will eventually lead to the moment your lives intersect. Timing is being arranged with precision you cannot measure. But you must also do your part. Release the weight of the past. Not by forcing yourself to forget, but by choosing not to carry it as your identity. You are not the heartbreak you experienced. You are not the rejection you faced. You are not the moments where you felt unseen. You are the one who continued. You are the one who still hopes, even when it is quiet. You are the one who still feels, even after learning how painful it can be. That is your strength. And that is why this love is being drawn toward you. The person who is coming has also been walking their own path of preparation. They have faced their own lessons, their own moments of doubt, their own need to grow. You are not being united as unfinished pieces, you are being brought together as evolving souls who are ready to build something real. When you meet, it may not look dramatic at first. It may be simple. A conversation. A moment of eye contact. A feeling that lingers longer than it should. Pay attention to that. Not everything that is life-changing announces itself loudly. Some of the most powerful beginnings feel quiet, almost unnoticeable, until you realize they have changed everything. There will be signs. Not always obvious, but present. Repeating moments, familiar feelings, a sense of alignment that keeps bringing you back to each other. You will feel it in the way conversations flow, in the way silence feels comfortable, in the way you begin to understand each other without needing to explain everything. But do not rush. What is meant to grow deeply must be allowed to unfold naturally. If you try to control it, to force it into certainty too quickly, you may disrupt the very balance that makes it strong. Trust the pace. Trust the process. Trust yourself. And most importantly, trust that you are not being overlooked or forgotten. There is no delay that is meaningless. There is no waiting that serves no purpose. You are in the final stages of becoming who you need to be in order to receive what you have been asking for. So prepare, not by waiting idly, but by becoming present in your own life. Take care of your mind. Speak to yourself with kindness. Let go of comparisons. Stop measuring your journey against others who are walking different paths with different lessons. Your timing is yours. Your love story is yours. And it is unfolding in ways you cannot fully see yet. The intensity you will feel is not there to overwhelm you into fear, it is there to awaken you into truth. A truth that says you are worthy of something real. Something stable. Something that does not disappear when tested. But remember this, when it arrives, you must choose it consciously. Love is not just something that happens to you. It is something you participate in. It requires honesty, patience, effort, and the willingness to grow even when it feels uncomfortable. This connection will mirror you. It will show you your strengths, but also your fears. It will invite you to step into a version of yourself that is more open, more grounded, more authentic. Do not run from that. What you have been asking for cannot exist without growth. And so, as this moment approaches, I ask you to reflect, are you ready to receive without fear? Are you ready to give without losing yourself? Are you ready to experience love not as a test, but as a partnership? If your answer is not yet fully yes, do not worry. That is why you are still in this phase. That is why you are still being guided, shaped, prepared. Everything is aligning. Everything is moving. And soon, sooner than you expect, there will be a moment, a simple, quiet, undeniable moment, where something inside you will say, this is different. Do not ignore that voice. It is the same voice that is speaking to you now. And it will continue to guide you, step by step, as this connection unfolds into something deeper than you have ever known. Stay open. Stay grounded. Stay true to yourself. Because your soulmate is not just coming into your life. They are arriving into the space you have been learning to create within yourself. And that space is almost ready. And as that space within you continues to open, something subtle yet powerful begins to awaken. You may not notice it all at once. It may come as a quiet shift in your thoughts, a new sense of calm where there was once restlessness, or a deeper awareness of what you truly deserve. This is not. This is alignment. I am preparing you not just to meet this soul, but to recognize them without confusion. For too long, you have lived in a world that taught you to second-guess your instincts. You were shown connections that felt urgent but unstable, intense but uncertain. You learned to associate longing with love, and inconsistency with passion. But now, I am reshaping your understanding. The love that is coming will not ask you to abandon yourself. It will not demand that you shrink, that you silence your truth, or that you chase after validation. Instead, it will meet you where you stand, with honesty, with presence, with a steady energy that does not leave you questioning your place. But listen closely, because this is where many falter. When something real enters your life, it may feel unfamiliar. Not because it is wrong, but because it is different from what you have known. You may find yourself searching for the old patterns, the highs and lows, the uncertainty, the emotional extremes. And when they are not there, a part of you may feel unsettled. Do not mistake peace for emptiness. Do not mistake stability for lack of depth. What is meant for you will not feel like a constant battle. It will feel like something you can finally breathe within. And yet, there will still be moments that test you, not to break the connection, but to strengthen it. Moments where communication matters. Moments where patience becomes necessary. Moments where you must choose understanding over assumption. This is the work of real love. It is not effortless in the way illusions suggest. It requires awareness. It requires intention. It requires two people who are willing to grow not just individually, but together. The one who is coming carries a heart that has also been shaped by experience. They are not perfect, just as you are not perfect. But there is sincerity within them. A readiness. A willingness to meet you with truth rather than pretense. When your paths finally cross, there will be a recognition that goes beyond words. It may come in the way your conversations feel natural, even when discussing the deepest parts of your lives. It may come in the way silence between you feels comfortable, not forced. It may come in the way you begin to understand each other without needing to explain everything. This is not coincidence. This is connection at a level that goes beyond what the surface can see. But do not rush to define it immediately. Let it unfold. Let it breathe. The world often teaches you to label things quickly, to seek certainty before something has had the chance to grow. But what is meant for you does not need to be forced into clarity. It reveals itself over time, layer by layer, moment by moment. Trust that process. There will be signs, not in the form of loud declarations, but in consistency. In presence. In the quiet ways this person shows up, again and again, without needing to be asked. Consistency is one of the clearest forms of truth. And as this connection deepens, you will begin to notice changes within yourself. You may feel more grounded, more at ease, less inclined to overthink every interaction or question every feeling. This is because your soul recognizes safety, even when your mind is still learning to trust it. Allow yourself to lean into that. You do not need to have all the answers immediately. You do not need to control every outcome. What is unfolding is not fragile in the way you fear, it is resilient, capable of growing through time, through experience, through shared understanding. But there is something you must remember. This love will reflect you. Not just your light, but also the parts of you that still need healing. There may be moments where old fears rise to the surface. Fears of loss, of rejection, of not being enough. These fears are not signs that something is wrong. They are invitations. Invitations to look within, to understand where those feelings come from, and to choose a different response than you may have in the past. Do not let fear guide your actions. Do not allow past wounds to shape present decisions. You are no longer in the same place you once were. You have grown. You have learned. You have become more aware. Trust that growth. And trust that you are capable of experiencing something deeper, something more stable, something more real than what you have known before. The intensity you will feel is not there to overwhelm you into confusion. It is there to awaken you into clarity. A clarity that allows you to see love not as something you must chase, but as something that meets you willingly. This connection will not be one-sided. It will not leave you wondering where you stand. It will not make you feel like you must prove your worth. Instead, it will remind you of it. And that reminder may feel overwhelming at first, not because it is too much, but because it is something you have not fully allowed yourself to accept before. You are worthy of being chosen without hesitation. You are worthy of being understood without constant explanation. You are worthy of a connection that does not disappear when things become real. Let that truth settle within you. Because the more you accept it, the more naturally you will align with what is coming. There is movement happening even now. Paths are being adjusted. Moments are being arranged. You may feel a sense of anticipation without fully understanding why. A feeling that something is about to change, even if you cannot yet see what it is. That feeling is not random. It is awareness. Your soul senses what is approaching before your mind can comprehend it. Pay attention to that inner knowing. It will guide you. But do not become impatient. Timing is not something you can force. It is something you must trust. Everything is being aligned in a way that ensures not just the meeting, but the readiness of both hearts involved. If it came too soon, you might not recognize it. If it came too late, you might have closed yourself off. So it comes at the right moment. Always. Continue to live your life. Continue to grow. Continue to become someone who does not seek love out of emptiness, but out of a genuine desire to share what you already hold within. This is how you prepare. Not by waiting, but by living fully in the present. And when the moment arrives, when your paths finally cross in a way that cannot be ignored, you will feel it. Not as chaos. Not as confusion. But as something steady, something undeniable, something that quietly says, this is where you are meant to be. Do not let doubt silence that knowing. Do not let fear cause you to retreat. Step forward with openness. Step forward with trust. Step forward with the understanding that you are not stepping into something uncertain, you are stepping into something that has been unfolding long before you were aware of it. And as this connection grows, as it deepens and becomes something more than just a meeting, you will begin to understand why everything happened the way it did. Why certain people could not stay. Why certain paths had to end. Why certain moments felt like loss, even when you could not see their purpose. It was all leading you here. To this connection. To this experience. To this moment where love is no longer something distant or unclear, but something present, something real, something you can hold without fear of it slipping away. But remember, this is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that will continue to ask you to grow, to communicate, to understand, to support, and to be supported in return. Love is not a destination. It is a path. One that you walk together. And as you walk this path, there will be moments of joy so deep they feel almost unreal. Moments of connection that remind you of something eternal. Moments where you look at this person and realize that what you once searched for has found its way to you. Hold those moments with gratitude. Not with fear. Not with the thought that they might disappear. But with the understanding that what is built on truth does not vanish easily. It strengthens. It evolves. It becomes something that can withstand the passing of time. You are being guided toward that. Even now. Even in ways you cannot yet see. So remain open. Remain patient. Remain willing to step into the unknown with trust rather than hesitation. Because what is coming is not here to harm you, not here to confuse you, not here to take from you. It is here to meet you. To walk beside you. To grow with you. And to show you that the love you have been waiting for has not been withheld. It has been prepared. Just as you have been prepared for it. And soon, very soon, the distance between where you are and where you are meant to be will begin to close. You will feel it. You will recognize it. And when you do, you must not turn away. There will be a moment, quiet, almost unannounced, when everything within you becomes still. Not frozen in fear, but calm in recognition. It will feel like standing at the edge of something vast, something meaningful, something that carries a depth you cannot fully measure. In that moment, you will have a choice. Not a choice of whether this love is meant for you, because it is, but a choice of whether you are willing to step fully into it. For love, in its truest form, asks for presence. It asks you to be seen, not partially, not in fragments, but wholly. And being seen in that way can feel vulnerable. You may feel the instinct to protect yourself, to hold something back, to remain just slightly guarded in case things change. But understand this, what is arriving is not here to take from you. It is here to meet you in truth. If you hold back, you will only delay the depth that is meant to unfold. If you remain guarded, you may still experience connection, but not the fullness of what is being offered. So when that moment comes, breathe. Allow yourself to stand in it. Allow yourself to feel without immediately analyzing, without trying to control, without searching for reasons to doubt. Because doubt will try to appear. Not as truth, but as a memory of everything you have been through. It will whisper familiar questions. What if this changes? What if this doesn't last? What if I am wrong? These thoughts are not warnings. They are echoes. Echoes of past experiences that no longer define your present. Do not give them power. Instead, return to what is real. Return to what is in front of you. Return to the way this person shows up, not just in words, but in actions. In consistency. In presence. In the quiet ways they choose you without needing to be asked. This is where truth lives. Not in fear. Not in assumption. But in what is steady and real. As this connection continues to grow, you will begin to notice something else, something deeper than emotion, deeper than excitement. You will begin to feel safe. And for many, safety is unfamiliar. You have been taught to associate love with intensity that feels unstable, with emotions that rise and fall unpredictably. But this will be different. Safety will not feel boring. It will feel grounding. It will feel like being able to exhale fully, without wondering what comes next. It will feel like knowing that you are valued, not just in moments, but consistently. Do not underestimate the power of that. Because within safety, true intimacy is able to grow. Within safety, honesty becomes easier. Within safety, love becomes something that strengthens rather than exhausts. And yet, even within this safety, there will be growth. There will be moments where differences arise. Moments where understanding must be chosen. Moments where communication becomes the bridge between two perspectives. This is not a sign of incompatibility. It is a sign of reality. Two souls coming together do not lose their individuality. They learn how to honor it while building something shared. So when challenges arise, do not retreat into silence. Do not allow pride to create distance. Speak. Listen. Be willing to understand, not just to respond. This is how love deepens. This is how it becomes something lasting. The one who is coming into your life will not expect perfection from you. They will not demand that you have everything figured out. But they will value honesty. They will value effort. They will value the willingness to grow together rather than apart. Offer that. Not because you must earn love, but because love thrives where there is mutual care and intention. As time passes, you will begin to build something that feels both new and familiar. new in its experiences, but familiar in its essence, as if your souls already understand what your minds are still discovering. There will be moments of laughter that feel effortless. Moments of silence that feel full rather than empty. Moments of connection that remind you that you are not alone in the way you once felt. And slowly, without force, without pressure, this person will become a part of your life in a way that feels natural. Not rushed. Not uncertain. But steady. And in that steadiness, something beautiful will take shape. A partnership. Not based on need, but on choice. Not driven by fear, but by trust. Not sustained by intensity alone, but by consistency, understanding, and shared growth. This is what you have been prepared for. Not just to experience love, but to sustain it. To nurture it. To allow it to evolve without trying to control every aspect of it. Because love, when real, does not need to be tightly held. It needs to be lived. There will come a time when you look back at your past, the confusion, the waiting, the moments where you questioned everything, and you will understand. Not with regret, but with clarity. You will see how each experience shaped you. How each ending created space. How each lesson brought you closer to this. And you will feel gratitude. Not for the pain itself, but for what it taught you. For how it guided you. For how it ensured that when this love arrived, you would be able to recognize it, to receive it, and to appreciate it fully. This is the unfolding of your journey. Not a sudden miracle, but a carefully aligned path. One that has been moving, even when you felt still. One that has been guiding you, even when you felt uncertain. And now, you stand closer than ever before. Closer to the moment where everything shifts. Closer to the connection that will change how you understand love. Closer to the experience that will show you that what you hoped for was never out of reach, only waiting for the right time. So do not lose faith now. Do not allow impatience to cloud your trust. You have come too far to doubt what is already in motion. Continue forward. Continue growing. Continue becoming someone who does not settle for what is uncertain, but remains open to what is real. Because what is real is finding its way to you. With every step you take. With every lesson you integrate. With every moment you choose growth over fear. And when it finally stands before you, clear, present, undeniable, you will not need confirmation from the outside world. You will know. In the quiet certainty of your heart. In the steadiness of your thoughts. In the absence of confusion. You will know. And in that knowing, you will choose. Not out of desperation. Not out of fear of being alone. But out of alignment. Out of truth. Out of a deep understanding that this is not something you must chase. It is something you are ready to receive. So open your heart, not recklessly, but consciously. Trust, not blindly, but wisely. And step into what is being offered, not with hesitation, but with quiet confidence. Because this love is not here to test you. It is here to meet you. To grow with you. To walk beside you as you continue becoming everything you are meant to be. And as this chapter begins, you will realize something that once felt impossible. That the love you were searching for was never truly separate from you. It was always being guided toward you. And you, toward it. Now the distance fades. Now the paths meet. Now the story begins, not as something imagined, but as something real, something lived, something deeply, undeniably yours. And as you step into it, with all that you have learned, all that you have become, and all that you are still discovering, you will finally understand the truth that has been waiting for you all along: you were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. You were being prepared for a love that arrives not to complete you, but to walk beside you as you live, grow, and experience life in its fullest, most meaningful form. And now, you are ready. Amen.